You're so shy that you can't even be the person you want to be. You're locked up in this cage,
Yeah.
and you're only allowed. So you're in like, it's almost like placing an animal in a zoo and saying this is your life, when really you can have the entire globe.
Yeah. You have all those thoughts and expressions you want to express, and then you just because of shyness don't say those things. And who knows when you say and enact on those things what you can get. But in life, if you don't ask, you don't get.
Right, 5 ways to stop being a
Shy person.
yeah. What does it mean to be a shy person in the first place? Someone that's timid, quiet, afraid of approaching people. Maybe,
It's
yeah. It's just like
nervous.
nervousness. I think it also comes down to not being confident,
Yeah.
not being able to like even when you are speaking with someone, you still don't say what you want to say because you're afraid of stuffing up.
Yeah.
I think that's dangerous. Like, it's dangerous because it's like, well, what's the point of you being? Just
What's
being.
the point of you being?
That's it. You know what I mean? Like, you're
Yeah.
so shy that you can't even be the person you want to be. You're locked up in this cage,
Yeah.
and you're only allowed. So you're in like, it's almost like placing an animal in a zoo and saying this is your life, when really you can have the entire globe.
Yeah. You have all those thoughts and expressions you want to express, and then you just because of shyness don't say those things. And who knows when you say and enact on those things what you can get. But in life, if you don't ask, you don't get. So
No, that's true.
being shy actually goes in a lot many disadvantages for like anywhere, business world, office, everywhere. Like if you're too shy, it doesn't work out best for you unless you're
Yep.
a gamer or something.
No, true.
Gamers are, but they're also making more money on Twitch if they're,
But again,
not shy.
they're at least coming up with a skill set, right?
Yeah.
Like, but majority of people that don't have the phenomenal skill of thumb work on a pad, like, we have to be able to go and actually do things where we network, because
Yeah.
that's where it's at, really.
People are even shy in texting. Like people
Oh,
are
yeah.
just afraid to say what they want to say.
I think shyness really, like you said before, is like just opening up your thoughts, whether
Yeah.
it's in person, on text, anywhere. And I think it holds you back from being who you want to be. Yeah. And I can speak, I know that I personally used to be that guy. And so the first of the 5 tips that we're going to talk about was one that I took on. And it started on from Andy Frisella, which I think I've told you about a few times.
Yeah.
And basically, the first one, we'll get started, is he talks about setting challenges. Thank you, son. He's adjusting the microphone for those of you that don't know. Thank you.
Because Jeremy don't have a sense of alignment right now.
Whoa. Okay, that might explain later. So, number 1 is setting yourself challenges, right? So the idea of actually breaking out of your shy zone is to actually do what makes you uncomfortable, in gradual steps. You don't, you know what I mean, like go and speak in front of a stage of 1,000 people all of a sudden. But instead, if you're too afraid to even look at someone in the eye, you start off with, hey, you know what? This whole week, every day, I'm going to make eye contact with 5 people every day. And then all of a sudden, you start off with that eye contact. And then the next
Don't
week,
creep them out.
well, you know what I mean? Well, you might start off creeping them out because you're creeped out yourself. You're like, what am I doing? Oh my God. And that's okay. I promise you, the thought is going to last in their mind for about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then you're gone from their mind forever.
And as they say, the most contagious thing is a smile. So if you
Yeah,
smile
exactly.
someone, like 99% of the time, that person's going to smile back.
Massive. Well,
Unless you
even
have like broken teeth and you're fixed.
and you're Britain.
Yeah.
And you're British. Britain.
But why?
British have bad teeth.
Why is that?
I don't know, but they just all have bad teeth. It's
So
just
the whole
same.
country just have bad teeth.
Britain. The country is a bad tooth.
Where did this come from?
No, I'm legit though now, like, because it's a big running joke. Like, Brits, they're just known to have bad teeth. I'm not, if you're Brit and you're listening, because we've got some British listeners, I love it. No, I'm not giving you shit, but it's a very well known thing, man. Like, it's
I'm gonna tell Megan when she comes.
yeah. Ask Megan. What does she always say? She used to have apple juice every morning for breakfast, and they had bad teeth. Remember?
All right, cool. So any Britishers, if he has offended you, it's
Yeah.
on him.
And I love you. I'm serious.
But for me, give us the Kohinoor back, what you stole from us.
Shut up, Sonny. So, you might not, again, you might not start off with a smile. You may even have to do eye contact. Then you go to the smile. Then it goes to next week it doesn't even have to be next week. You may be so locked up in your own mind that, you have to start off with 1 month on just eye contact.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I started doing this. And so for me was, okay, you know what? Every day I'm going to at least say hello to 5 people that I just strangers. And so I started going and saying hello. Then it's next week is, you know what? I'm going to make a compliment. I'm going to make a joke. I'm going to do something. And I still didn't feel like I wanted to do it at the time, but it was a challenge. So I had to. And so after I did one, I had one off my list. I'm like, okay, I got 4 more people today. And you know what? Out of every single one on the list, even if you don't follow anyone else, this one here, for me personally, made the biggest difference. It was just because, again, you allow yourself to get out of that
Open
cage.
up, yeah.
Yeah.
How far did you go in these challenges? Did you go to the stage where you go and tickle them from behind?
I started I basically I started taking things from their pockets and, you know what I mean, just saying,
You'll never get this. You'll never get this.
You'll never get this. La, la. No, but you know what I did do actually? This was not even shy. I guess it's shy, but also communication skills. So at work, when I'm doing security, center management says you have to go and tickle everyone. No, they didn't. But they gave me a whole bunch of papers that I had to give to all the tenants, right?
Yeah.
So 40, 50 different shops, 40, whatever it is. And so I said, okay, here's my challenge. Every single person that I hand this to, I have to come up with a joke, and every single one has to be different. So I sucked in the beginning, majorly sucked. Hey dog, don't let the dog eat this one, crap ones. And then all of a sudden after a couple of months, I'm like, hey, I'm getting all right.
You became the king of dad jokes.
I am the dad joke king. If you want to have a son, just so that I can teach you how to tell him dad jokes, please do. Yeah. So, what's number 2, man? Because I like this one.
Is stop labeling yourself that you're shy. Whenever you go, first of all, an opportunity comes to you, don't say that, oh, I'm shy, I'm not able to do it. Oh, I'm shy, I'm not going to be presenting in the meeting. Oh, I'm shy, I'm not going to go and speak in this party to new people. I'm shy, I don't want to go in a place that I don't know these people. It's stop labeling. You are what you say you are. So if you label yourself shy, you're already going to play that character of being a shy person. Yeah. But if you label yourself okay, I will try. I won't be shy. I will try.
Yeah.
But I'll go out and network with more people. Yeah. And I'm new at this and I'm learning, but I will be better. Label yourself as learning and new than shy. But when you say shy, it's you accept that's who you are and you're not going to change. That's a permanent trait when you say it. But when you say that I'm new and I'm trying and I'm more confident to speak to people, then you're trying at least to do something and you'll come outside your zone. So you don't have that excuse when a meeting or presentation comes to you, or you're going to a party where you don't know these people. You will feel okay, I'm shy is not my character. My character is I'm new and I'm learning new things and I'm meeting new people.
It's a bit like the words become things, right? Or sorry, thoughts become things. So I always look at it as if you can think about what your thoughts of what you have about yourself create, or imagine it's like digging a tunnel into your direction where you go. So if you think this direction, then you'll go that direction. And so if you think I'm shy, well then you will go in the direction of a shy person.
And then you act like it. You give yourself that character to play, the shy one.
Yeah.
So
do you know what's something interesting too though? I was listening to a podcast and what was that?
Something I don't know, it's leaking.
Nice. It's so random, bro. So this guy was saying man, it goes so far as when a kid is labeled shy, his dad introduces, hey, this is him. Oh, he's a bit shy. That kid's already being labeled to become that guy without even knowing it. Yeah. And the way he explained the podcast, I'm like, oh, crap. When I have someone I introduce from now on, I'm going to label them as the person of power instead of putting them in a position that makes them, it's not weakness, but
vulnerable.
That closes them up and allows them to feel I have to be this person.
Yeah.
Because even when you introduce yourself to people, you can't, even if you say, oh, I'm shy, you are not only going to accept it for yourself, but now you create the role that you have to play.
Yes.
And now you have to be that guy.
Yeah, and then now if
Okay.
if you want to say something outstandingly, like you had a great joke and you feel like, oh, I'm shy, and they know I'm shy, so what would they?
Yeah,
like
so
subconsciously,
it's not going to work.
You're being this guy. But
Wait a second. I said I'm shy. They're going to think I'm lying now because I said something that didn't sound like a shy.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I
Can I
can't
be
do it.
shy or a liar?
I'm going to have to cut him off. We're no longer friends. No. Like it's just like a shy or a liar. What
Yeah,
the
so
hell?
just don't label yourself. Just don't give yourself that leeway that, okay, I'm shy. Just take off that label.
Nice. I like that. That's a freaking fantastic one, by the way. Number 1 and 2.
No bad.
I'm trying to, for those of you that don't see, I'm flipping out gold. It's really money. It's cash. Number 3 is posture, man. Like, so the way you think about yourself, you're going to hold that tension. If you have a look at people, you can already tell who is shy, who is anxious, who's stressed, just by the way that they hold their body, right? You know, someone stressed holds their shoulders to the ears. Someone that is shy will have their chest down and their neck down. They don't make eye contact. And no joke, even like, so the trail can be, okay, if I think it, then my body will act it. But also, if you act it, your body will think it. It's very true.
Physiological also direct your psychology.
Correct.
Like, as your psychology directs your physiology can also inversely direct your psychology.
Exactly. And so really, in simple terms, you freaking amazingly first human that could put something very condensed. Act the way you want to physically, and all of a sudden your brain will think the same way. Yeah. And so it's like, you know, what does that mean? Okay, like get your chest and stick it out. Not like you're trying to tell people you want to fight, but just, hey, okay, be comfortable. Take a big breath in through your nose, and on the exhale, let everything drop. And all of a sudden you'll be like, oh shit, I was holding my shoulders up real high.
I think it goes to like evolutionary prospect, like, because when people were actually shrugging down and like at that stress posture, at that time they were not, like, because they're running away or hiding from something, so they're not going to speak out, or they're not going, they're just trying to stay quiet. So with that posture, your body is not allowing you to actually speak up that much anyway. But when they use, in the evolutionary prospect, when you're standing tall, that's when you have more confidence to exhibit and show the other tribe that you are the leader here. And that's when they used to like roar and shout.
I love that.
That's when now if you stand like this, you're wired to speak a bit more louder and like clearer. Rather than if you shrug yourself, I don't know how this DNA thing works, but I think I heard it with, who was it? Maybe Gat said. Then you are in that state, like you're trying to.
But it makes sense though, right? Because like you just said, if you're shrugging it, you're trying to be less seen.
Yeah, less.
Whereas when you're open, you're already like, hey, this is me. Yeah. And so not only do you feel like that, this is me.
Watch out, so here I come.
You know, like other people are going to look at you, and that's the goal here. We're trying to network, we're trying to improve yourself, and then that gives you more confidence because people will look at you and go, oh, he or she is actually like, they're looking pretty confident. Yeah. And so I think it's just like, hey, look at a person that you would consider as, hey, that guy's not shy, that girl's not shy. She looks like she's ready to hunt. Yeah. And just start imitating that posture. Again, it's going to take a while. Your body's going to naturally want to go back into its old position because you're very comfortable there. And I always use that trick of, hey, big breath in, relax the shoulders. Okay, have a look at where your chest is. Are your arms closed in? Just be relaxed. And all of a sudden, magic.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the next one probably ties up with a lot of mental aspect as well, but stop self-sabotaging yourself and criticizing yourself too much, because everyone is guilty of it, and the more conscious you are of yourself, the more you will do it, but we have to try and not do that.
No, it's massive. It's huge.
Because the more you tell yourself,
oh, I stuffed up. Did you? Oh shit! The way, like, you think about a smile that you did with someone. And you're like, oh god, that was horrible. I
still think of jokes for 2 years back I made to someone, and they were shit. And like, fuck, do they even still think of me and say like?
Do I still remember that?
Fucking weirdo. Like I legit have sometimes like. I'm like, fuck, man, why would I do that? So, and not only like the conversations prospect, but even like if you're very self-sabotaging about your physical attributes or your skill set attribute,
Yeah.
try and improve them and not let them interfere with your uh, personal
Yep.
conversations, and just they don't reflect completely your personality. Your personality includes a lot more
Yep.
things:
Yep.
your emotional intelligence, your skill set, your work ethics,
Yep.
how you are as a like an all-rounder. All those things, really, it's not just one thing. So if you have bad teeth, that's not only you. You have a lot more other attributes than a bad teeth. If you have like if you're shit at taking photos or whatever is your skill set,
That's not the only thing.
that's not the only thing you
Yeah.
have. You have a lot more to offer, and you're all of it. You're a person who has a lot more package. So just thinking of yourself
like
as
that.
a person with a bigger package, and not self-sabotaging and discrediting yourself already.
I like that. I'd like to unpack it. I think what you just said as well is a bit more is um, focus on, because naturally your brain's going to want to go to, oh shit, I did this, because you feel crap. You do. It's natural. So I think like it's always good to just come back to, hey, okay, what am I good at? And then no worries. Like, yeah, you'll still have that creeping in the background. But then I think it's like two-step is first is like, okay, so what am I good at? Like you just said, the whole package. And that'll sort of at least build you up a little bit. And then accept and say, I will stuff up. And when the thought comes to your mind, like, oh shit, why did I say that joke? Like I have that all the time. I'm like, man, the way I just smiled. Oh my gosh. Like even like oh, I was half crooked. I'm like, oh shit, did I make proper eye contact? Did I look at them? They looked away. Then I looked back. Oh shit. So I'm like, okay, you know what? It happened. And you know what? Even if they did think about it, so what?
Yeah.
So I think it's just also being able to say, well, you know what? It's not so bad. And maybe I am overreacting. Yeah, I think that's a huge one. We're all guilty of it.
Yeah.
But
As I said, I still think of like 2-3 years back.
I still think of.
interacted with people.
I do that too, man. I still remember when I was born, dude. Like looked like such an idiot.
And you pissed in your pants when you were born.
I didn't even have
fuck's
clothes.
sake.
No, I didn't even have pants on. Even worse.
What?
Dude, it was disgusting.
I was born with Levi's jeans.
Yeah, you're Indian.
I'm triggered, racist.
I know you're triggered. Well, that was gonna go far. No. So next
Let's
is
not get ourselves banned.
let's not do this.
No
Sean.
one's feelings was hurt.
We love everyone.
YouTube,
We
Twitter,
love the
whatever.
bridge. We love your teeth. We love everyone as much. All right.
Yeah, everyone. All right, let's move to the next one. Next one is be well prepared. So if you're actually shy and you're trying to fix up everything, but what can you do before you're going to a meeting or going to meet new people at a dinner
Yep.
or going to a party or whatever you have kind of have interaction with people or going to even host a Zoom call? One of the most certain things you can do is get the points. How you're gonna flow the conversation? Know about the other people involved.
Yep.
This gives you confidence that you will not have awkward silences.
Yep.
And then when you go in prepared, like, okay, this person is this, he has done that, that's his whole timeline, that's this person's timeline, that's this person's timeline. So if I'm speaking to them, I know if I have to speak about politics, this person is someone who's more into politics. If
You
I have to
understand that
speak
already.
about sports, this one is in NBA. If I have to speak about music, she plays guitar, so I can connect with these people on these
Makes
points
sense.
rather than going with the awkward silence. Kind of,
The best awkward silence.
it gives you like this is I think best for shy people because it gives you like a script. As you shouldn't do it all the time, but it's kind of like gives you a what do you call? And when you're riding a bike and you have those two tires on the side.
I get that. Training wheels.
Training wheels gives you training wheels to
Yeah,
start with, and
I
then
agree.
when you don't need them, you take them off. But to start with, it's
Massive,
pretty good, yeah.
I think in general as well, like even just knowing more gives you a lot more to relate with people. Even if you don't like what it is they talk about, and you can hold conversation.
Yeah.
Like I notice in general, like the more I started to learn about things, just because whether it's like purposely and like I never purposely did it so I can network with people. I am interested in health. I'm interested in training. I'm interested in food. All these sorts of things, you know what I mean? And maybe sometimes politics. And so when someone talks to me, it's like, oh, okay, cool. It's not my jam, but I know about that. So we can chat.
Yeah.
And so that helps that shyness,
Yeah.
so to speak, sort of dim. But I think as well, it's important to sometimes like say, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna know exactly what it is that
Yeah.
you have to say, and that's okay.
You can always ask them to, can you tell me more about it? I don't know about it. And
Yeah.
people like speaking, so if you tell them to, they'll be like
Yeah.
telling you everything about it. So
Mm.
it's just, this is a good training.
You just got to get ready to listen.
Yeah, being a good listener
Mm.
is important. So you can pick up cues from what people are saying, and then you can ask them, oh, then what? Okay,
Massive.
then what?
Yeah, done. I love this one. I reckon you've got one person you know that's shy that needs to hear this. So pass this on to them, share it with them, and make sure that you keep on top of them, because this is something that I think if you do, again, just the first two that we spoke about, if you just keep on top of those,
Yeah.
you're already golden. All right,
All right, we'll catch you next time. Ciao, bello.
done. We're loving everything. We're loving seeing you guys follow. So we'll catch up. Ciao, ciao.